Just this report.
Reporting for school under a new normal at Lusaka Zibala Secondary School. As pupils are entering the school premises, temperature is being checked and later directed to wash their hands. It's quiet outside, but classes are underway on the first day of second term. And over 1,000 grade 12 pupils and 130 grade 9 pupils have reported for class this morning.
So what we have done is we have divided into two because we didn't want to bring the morning and the afternoon students together. We're going to make those crowds. So the afternoon students are not around now. They will come at 13 hours.
And these grade 12 pupils are having their first geography class taught by General Education Permanent Secretary Jobix Karumba.
Okay, another word here is diagram. So you gave me these words from your definition.
And Dr. Karumba is impressed with the overall turnout of pupils at this school.
Elsewhere in the country, learning has commenced. And I know as we continue, within the course of this week, the situation will be normalized. There could be some hiccups here and there, but that's just the beginning. Preparation is not an event, but a process.
For pupils, returning back for school is a relief.
Hopefully, we'll be able to understand, though some of us are behind.
We are quite excited to come back to school after so long.
Meanwhile, the Basic Teachers Union of Zambia reiterates the call for parents to allow pupils report for school.
Don't doubt anymore, our schools are safe for the learning and teaching of the pupils.
Schools have since been urged not to relax in implementing anti-COVID-19 measures even after schools have opened. Lucky Piri, ZNBC News, Lusaka.
Meanwhile, learners in Kitwe on the Copper Belt are happy that schools have reopened for the second term following President Edgar Lungu's directive to have pupils in examination classes back in schools. And in Livingstone, all schools with examination classes have also reopened amid strict adherence to COVID-19 health guidelines. We have more in this report.
For the next 14 days, the learners at Hillcrest Technical Secondary School will have to go through a screening routine to ensure they are COVID-19 free. This is because the boarding school in Zambia's tourist capital, Livingstone, accommodates children from across the country. Day schools with examination classes have also reopened in the city.
So far, so good. I've gone around schools, about 10 so far, just to see if they are complying with the guidance that is being given. I'm very happy to mention that most of the schools have complied and are doing quite well in terms of hand washing facilities, sanitizers, seating arrangement in classrooms.
The teachers are equally playing their part in reminding learners on the COVID-19 health guidelines. Anterishwa's Adventist Secondary School head teacher Brenda Kachinda says everyone is slowly adjusting to the new normal.
So far so good. We are ready. Lessons are going on, but we are still preparing. We are just going into our meeting so that we can see what else has remained so that we can put everything in place.
The pupils are excited to return to school.
It's really nice that we're back here at school. Everything's so ready. We're practicing social distance.
Apart from continuing the studies, what is making me overjoyed is that I will be able to be in school and seek help from teachers on things which I do not understand.
Meanwhile, Livingstone District Education Board Secretary Aidan Kambunga is calling on parents to help the school authorities ensure children wear masks all the time.
Honestly speaking, a child moving from home, going to school without a mask, what has happened in between the school and home? So at school we want these masks.
Angela Limanya, ZNBC News in Livingstone.
Meanwhile, the number of COVID-19 cases in Zambia has now surpassed 1,000 since the viral infectious disease was first reported in the country. This follows the recording of 32 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 5 days, bringing to 1,089 the total number of cases, inclusive of 7 deaths. Health Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Kenneth Malama, has disclosed this today in Lusaka during the COVID-19 media briefing. And Dr. Malama has described as a great milestone the reopening of schools today amid COVID-19, but says strict measures have been put in place to keep safe the learning institutions.
A total of 32 new cases of COVID-19 have been recorded out of 3,000 361 tests conducted in the last 5 days. The cases were detected through community and point of entry screening, contact tracing, and health facility surveillance. These 32 cases we are reporting on include 2 contacts to non-positives from within Lusaka, 6 from routine screening, comprising Lusaka 5, Ndola 1, 20 truck drivers from Nakonde, 4 of them, Chirundu 4, Chipata 1, Ndola 3, Livingstone 5, Chanida, this is in Chadiza in Eastern Province 2, and Mwami, also in Eastern Province 1.
We take a break. Stay tuned for more news.
Hello, could you help me with these herbs and natural oils?
Madam, what are you planning to do with all this?
It's a new herbal mixture I want to be using for my skin every day.
Mayo, you want your face to end up looking like Chikanda? Mediheb, abako. Apanomba kuna Mediheb turmeric na Mediheb saffron. They have included all the necessary herbs, extracts and oils for you, your husband, abana na bapongri. Tutila bapongosh.
Mediheb is in the pew.
Trust in Mediherb Ayurvedic Herbal Soap to take care and revitalize your skin every day.
Good morning, welcome to the Milk Kid Farm. It's a happy day, let's have some fun. We'll start with the kids to the pretty girls. Then pour the milk, the flavors up. And this
Pick your favorite flavor from chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and banana.
this is how we make
Milk It Milkshake, the shake that moves.
Ross Breeders Zambia is one of the largest poultry product and animal feed providers in Zambia. The Ross 308 broiler chick is a bird that is bred with the farmer in mind and will give you consistent performance, low mortality, good feed conversion, and fast growth. And when fed with our nutritious, reliable, and quality Nutri-Feeds, you will get a profitable chicken, giving pride to the farmer. If you are not a farmer, we still have you covered. Supreme Chicken, the people's choice, has healthy, tender, juicy, and tasty chicken products. So for all your day-old chicks, nutritious feed, and those wholesome chickens, choose the brands you can trust.
This is Ndozo Lodge Mimosa. Spacious, cozy, and modern. We have standard double rooms, family rooms, singles and twin rooms, as well as conference rooms for your business meetings. It's your all-in-one place for family and friends to hang around. For bookings and reservations, find us in Chilanga off Kafue Road or call us on the numbers on your screen.
Welcome back. Hundreds of Council General workers at Kitwe City Council this morning abandoned work to protest the deduction in their May salaries. The placard-carrying workers also locked the office of the town clerk Seke Mbulo, demanding for his removal. We have more in this report.
This was the situation at the Kitwe City Council this morning. General workers protested deduction in their May salaries. Work was abandoned as hundreds of workers chanted slogans and sang songs. The workers want management to reverse the decision. The Zambia United Local Authority Workers Union Zulao president addressed the workers.
So it may give us a benefit of doubt as your national leaders to deal with the issues of Kitwe.
And the town clerk was booed as he tried to address the workers. Later, a meeting was held behind closed doors
to establish whether indeed these salaries were paid irregularly or illegally. You first of all effect the deductions, and then now after you've proved, that's when you reverse. That procedure is cumbersome. It's cumbersome. It starts with engagement first. Because if an allowance or a salary is paid irregularly to an employee, this employee must be convinced himself that I'm not entitled to this payment. And I do not think that there can be any problem. But the problem with your management is you are full of shortcuts, specifically yourself, TC.
The Quito TC had this to say.
Auditor General's preliminary report that indicated that workers were getting transport money and meal allowance while working within the same station, contrary to Cabinet Office Circular.
Mushota Mpundu, ZMBC News, in Kitwe.
Lusaka teacher Kenneth Makina has pleaded not guilty to murdering his former wife Charity Jacobi in February last year. The accused, aged 42, took plea today in Lusaka High Court before Judge Pixie Angailo on counts of murder and intent to cause grievous bodily harm. It is alleged that Makina, with intent to maim, destroy, or disable, caused grievous bodily harm on Houston Kapotwe before shooting dead his ex-wife, a police officer, and immediately after plea, the matter entered into trial where Dr. Kapotwe, as state witness, told the court that the accused was his tenant at the time of the murder. Dr. Kapotwe has explained that on the material day, there was a fight between the accused and Ms. Jacobi, and that's Ms. Jacobi, who had gone to collect a wardrobe from the cottage the couple shared. He has added that Makina then removed a pistol and fired towards Ms. Jacobi, but the bullet missed her and instead hit him on the thigh. The witness further said after he was pulled into the house by his son, the accused ran after his former wife while shooting, and he later saw the deceased body lying on the ground on his way out to the hospital. Dr. Kapotwe's son Mwali also testified, saying he saw Makina shooting Ms. Jacobi twice. Trial in this matter will continue on June 8, 2020. In another development, police are closing in on the third suspect in the murder of 3 Chinese nationals at Blue Star Company warehouse in Lusaka's Maken area. Lusaka Province Commissioner of Police Nelson Piri says investigations have advanced and police are doing everything possible to ensure all the culprits are arrested. Mr. Piri has said this today in Lusaka during the memorial service for the 3 Chinese nationals who were killed on May 24, 2020, and their bodies later burnt in the warehouse inferno. The bodies of the 3 deceased Chinese nationals have since been cremated and the remains will be sent back to their country. And speaking at the same event, Zambia China Business Association Senior Vice Chairperson Yung Ming has praised the police for acting swiftly in the murder case. 2 suspects are currently in custody in connection with the murder case. We take another break. We'll be back with more news.
Yeah, you are the test of a perfect summer. You are my guest at every dinner. You be exciting about them killer. You are the reason I am with her. Yonse, ni good to me lile. Life is better with you every day. You are the reason I'm feeling this way. Can nobody take this away? Yeah. Fruity, kinda. You're the test of a perfect summer. Cause of you, I love no one.
Introducing Fruticana Fruit Juice. Fruticana, find your fruity side.
Mwaiche, that's a big bowl of delight grown up.
Dad, I got a big day ahead. First, I'm gonna show off my science experiment at school. Then, we have to wire the senior soccer team because they like too flat in us. Then, it's time to take out the rubbish again. Then, it's gonna be time to show off my gaming technique.
Mwaiche, that's nothing. I have to try and jumpstart the car again in the morning. Then, I'll do a casquale to work because you know your dad is extra fit, car. I'll arrive at work without breaking a sweat, and then an hour in the gym. Bora punch, mates.
That's nothing. I have to be boss lady at the office, do all the shopping for the house, then I have to get my cooking skills on in time for supper. Then I have to entertain your mother at home, and you know Vapongo she's for my setting, huh?
That's nothing.
We all need Delight Grown Up cereal for that perfect start to get us going all day. Delight Grown Up cereal. Your future starts at breakfast.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
This is Chileshi, and this is Kangwa. They have not seen each other in 2 years. They are so overjoyed that not even James can stop them from expressing that. Tekanyali, guys. Introducing Hygienix Hygiene Soap, now with active silver technology and other multi-purpose bacterial killers that fight off 99.9% of germs. Give yourself the protection you need. Hygienix Soap, you are safe in our hands.
This is Ndoza Lodge Makeni, modern and elegant. With over 30 standard double rooms, 12 executive rooms, and 6 VIP rooms. Our conference rooms have a capacity of over 500 people. Come and enjoy our well-maintained swimming pool,
meals from our restaurant, and a drink from our modern and well-stocked bar.
For bookings and reservations, find us on Makeni Road, near Castle Shopping Mall, or call us on the numbers on your screen.
The news continues. Government is concerned with the negative perception of corruption in public institutions which handle cash due to lack of systems that demonstrate transparency and accountability. Deputy Secretary to Cabinet for E-Governance, Martin Mutonga, says government is, however, sealing all revenue leakages through the launch of the online payment systems. We have more in this report.
They are on the copper belt to engage stakeholders and promote the new electronic payment system. And the Road Transport and Safety Agency, RATSA, has joined other institutions, among them the Zambia Revenue Authority, ZRN, on the innovation aimed at enhancing e-governance.
Citizens now in our country will start making particular government payments using online means. We have started with our colleagues at the Road Transport and Safety Agency.
A cashless society will make people who were tempted to go into corruption fail to go into corruption because there's no cash that is involved.
The new payment system has been welcomed by RATSA.
This responds to the government's efforts in reducing the cost of doing business and the easy access to public services. To Smart Zambia and Minister of Finance, sir, would like to say thank you very much as RATSA for considering and automating the RATSA payment system.
For government, the measure is aimed at ensuring transparency and accountability for institutions that handle cash.
Government is concerned with the negative public perception of corruption that has embroiled many public institutions and agencies due to lack of systems that demonstrate transparency and accountability. We are here to deliver systems that will talk to each other so that such systems support as much as possible government sealing of such leakages that are perceived.
Clinton Masumban, ZNBC News in Ndola.
In other news, the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission, CEEC, has started disbursing loans under the Zambia Aquaculture Enterprise Development Project. This follows the receipt and approval of about 736 applications for the empowerment funds. CEEC Director General Ikando Mkumbuta has confirmed the start of the disbursement of the loans in Minilonga, Northwestern Province. And Mr. Mkumbuta has further disclosed that business loans valued at 6.4 million kwacha have also been transferred to the banks for fifth fish farmers in Rufonsa, Chilanga, Kafue, and Chirondo districts.
Yeah, the disbursement of empowerment funds under the Aquaculture Seed Fund is going on very well so far. We have been able to disburse more than 18 million kwacha towards the establishment of hatcheries. This will ensure that we've got adequate fingerlings for the program. The phase that we're going through right now is that we're disbursing funds for the establishment of ponds and for the fabrication of cages. This will be very important for us to start the production of fish. We are here in Northwestern Province right now, where we've disbursed 2.9 million kwacha towards the establishment of fish ponds for 23 farmers.
Stay tuned for more, and that will be foreign and sports news after this break.
One for the happy, two for the grapple, three for the pine, four for the berry, five for the orange and it's bum bay. See, I like to party with the guys with the happy. This thing is sweet in my body. See, it's taking me higher. Happy apple, happy pine, happy grapple make me feel so fine. Happy apple, happy pine, happy grapple make me feel so fine. Just the real fruit.
And now introducing Appy in a can.
Drink your bossa mozo, we bossa nesta mozo, ala ni mozo, etiliki yaskata mozo, a mozo, abano makusta mozo, ala ni mozo, ice cold mozo, lelo shile patu lelo fe mozo, urika moto kachikane, yote kwewe shile nona bimbili mozo.
Yeah, I just washed this. Nalipate fiko ineshifaya fiko etombo fecha boom. Nizonda dotindie tamene nikondo service sabum. Makes your whites much whiter. White school shirts and laundry. Your surface is sparkling brighter. Your number one tough stain fighter. Oh yeah, boom. Introducing Boom Household Bleach, your new #1 bleach specifically formulated to bring out the whitest whites in your laundry, plus many more uses in your home. Your #1 household bleach. Boom Household Bleach.
Trade Kings, improving lives.
Now straight to foreign news, where some students in Tanzania are heading back to high schools and colleges for the first time in about 2 months, but will have to follow strict guidelines to ensure their safety from the coronavirus. The school calendar was interrupted in March following the outbreak of the virus. Amid what the government says is a decline in infections, colleges are reopening and final year school students can return to school. In sports news, the Zambia Judo Association has attached a female coach at Maheba refugee settlement camp in Northwestern Province. Association President Alfred Foloko says the presence of the coach will help psych the refugees at the camp towards the Paris 2024 Summer Olympics. Foloko has disclosed this when he donated face masks, second-hand clothes and other COVID-19 materials to judokas at the settlement camp. And Maheba refugee settlement camp, a coordinator for gender, Miriam Shambweka, has thanked the association for the donation.
It's quite unfortunate that we really needed to follow what
we put our own refugees in our judo teams that may also take part in the games like the Paris 2024 games. So, colleagues, you are not refugees, you are judokas. Work hard. By the time we'll be going to Paris 2024 Olympic Games, you may find yourself into that team. The General Secretary, Mr. Mavutonguni, and his management are working around the clock to ensure that this year we complete the dojo at Mayukwayuka.
We now wrap up with what made headlines in our news. Schools today have reopened with only pupils in examination classes, and government has since directed the institutions not to send away those reporting without face masks. And General Education Permanent Secretary Jobix Kalumba has urged schools to identify pupils from vulnerable families and provide them with face masks. Government is concerned with a negative perception of corruption in public institutions which handle cash due to lack of systems that demonstrate transparency and accountability. Deputy Secretary to Cabinet for E-Governance Martin Mutonga says government is, however, sealing all revenue leakages through the launch of the online payment systems. And police are closing in on the third suspect in the murder of 3 Chinese nationals at Blue Star Company warehouse in Lusaka's Maken area. Lusaka Province Commissioner of Police Nelson Piri says investigations have advanced and police are doing everything possible to ensure all the culprits are arrested. Thank you so much for your time. You'll join us again at 20 hours when we come back with TV2 News at 20. My name is Lester Mtukwa. Good evening.
News on TV2, the pulse of television, coming to you every second hour as we bring you the latest in community and general news. Be abreast with the latest information on land issues.
Title deeds to pieces of land believed to have been acquired dubiously. The owner of this piece of land has become the latest victim to suffer a setback.
And as the world grapples with the effects of climate change, environmental reporting is on top of our cards.
It's a typical example of land degradation, which comes as a result of illegal quarrying activities going on in most residential areas in Lusaka.
Only on TV2.
So we the comedians, very live. Your life, our life, everyone's life. COVID-19 is real. Stay home, stay safe.
Always wash your hands with soap and use a hand sanitizer. Always stay at home, stay safe.
Avoid crowded places. Keep a social distance, at least 1 meter apart. Stay safe.
Avoid unnecessary movements. Stay home, stay safe.
Make sure do not shake hands, hug or kiss. Stay safe.
Fellow toilet sitters, let's make sure we report.
Pasa ngon ka spice.
Spice bo?
Kaja.
James, mwasenza kwa?
Tasenza bwira mwe bwira. Jimmy.
Kama skoi poko hiyo. Nakamba ka spice wa James.
Oh.
Aka cheat. Kwa sina nzinga. Chimfina chanu foda.
Uliza kweli? Jimmy, I'm done.
Daddy na bina.
Papa. Tuma dai kuri right?
Na bread.
Kongo sio mpira ka peanut butter.
Sikeka ku bread. Zaleta mai.
Kongoni.
Ni ngongole zaleta mai.
Imamvuta. Wambovuta.
We Steve vuta na hiyo. Zaleta mai.
Bwana ndio customer wako hivi. Zakupasani. Ibia. Ashibwa pamela mbala mzeti.
Ngapa mai ngapa bora abantu bano.
Winaseka.
Winaseka, okay. Mulita ma plastic?
Ayasira, ndachikurukira.
Ino it's okay baone kwa kombo.
Azachiona lero.
Watu waona chambe cha chitika. Vacha vamai venze vabwera vaitimula pamene apa. Imo mabwera mwafikira ukata.
Mati pali fundo.
Drama yamene vatenga ichamene muchinjani. Ndiye drama yamene veze vaitimulirako. Veze nayo kumana. Mwakatana kumenso. Mwakatana kukaku.
Wazuza ve mkava poisa tapita mmalilo na mmalilo.
Verani ndiye mwamene spreading ikira coronavirus. Wina kwanje?
Mzangala chape bwino tajo sa dandaura.
Pepo.
Shua. Mvela pepo na tupi ni okupya ishua. Mvela chan kansa?
Mutu.
Na mutu baba futu.
Ngoi pa yumba.
Amne, mwangu ntuma stoka nunca. Ma?
Morini kuli bwino kuno.
Awe stili bwino samake morini. Hamdala sina goni usiku. Ukosumo la chifuba tupi kupya futi wambela futi mpepo. Mwandi.
Judy? Aye masanzi ya kamba yonse. Ndiye masanzi ya coronavirus.
That's why nawapangira ati nipange lemon, ginger na garlic. Then nikasiriza hapa pamweko.
Ona. Ive upanga sivipolesa coronavirus. Waona? Yanga nkali ati ni coronavirus oro iyayi. Kairi aya masanzi ni chimozi na yatima mvera ngati tadwala fever iliyonse, okay? So, ive upanga vama ginger vama chani. Ive ufunika kuchita kutumira phone va ku Ministry of Health. Babwere baba checking.
Wakapenda nibapeleke chape pa clinic wameneni.
Uyende nabo? Ngati ni coronavirus isomo ilili hapa. Ukawachosa mno mnyumba. Kuliko sikona uzapita. Akakosomoa chamba chanjani. Inchwa zambukisa abantu benangu. Nangu mwangalia na wewe so iwe.